Hello, mi gente. Hello, darling. Okay, so listen. Be easy with me. I'm being easy with myself. This is so, this is so new and unfamiliar to me. So I am working with a little space, but not coming for any of that. You came to hear my 5 things that helped me with my divine femininity and womb healing. Ooh, all right, let me just be free. Before we start, I know I'm feeling it, so let's just take a moment, breathe. Okay, I'm going to tell you 5 things that have helped me with my womb healing. A little about me with this. I slowly started to do womb healing. I want to say roughly about a year or two ago. I didn't really know that's what I was doing, but it's so freeing, and there's some simple things that I don't hear a lot of people talking about that I want to just get out there and let anybody who is like me, who is on this journey, or even if you're beginning the journey, just give you some like inexpensive helpful tips that I implemented and that worked for me. So let me just go ahead and get ready. Right. Okay, so first thing first, journaling. I started journaling this is from the beginning of 2020. So this is my journal, one of my journals. And it's interesting enough, there's like a whole backstory on this journal. I actually like manifested this journal. I was going around looking for something hard back with the spiral. That way I could like open it and like flip it around and do it like this versus having to like have it completely open all the time. I do not like that. And I was like, okay, it would be really cool if it was like marble or purple. You guys, I got this notebook, marble print, purple, spiral, hardback for $5 because it was also on sale. And I was like walking around and I was like, you know what? I'm really gonna believe God for this and like take me on this journey. And you know how you always ask for signs and stuff. I'm like, okay, let me find a notebook that I like, just something that I kind of like. And I didn't even think that it would be everything that I liked. I didn't think it'd be everything that I liked. I genuinely thought I would find something, but like to find exactly what I mean, I didn't really think about this part. It's like I was like, I don't care. But to find exactly what I was looking for, and it was on sale, and it was just sitting there like on the shelf waiting for me. Journaling. It has been a game changer. Before I even started journaling, this next thing that I was doing was how I even got to this part, because journaling felt so tedious, so like time consuming and annoying, and I will always hear people talking about how you should journal, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to sit and like spend a bunch of time writing. It felt like it wasn't really going to do anything. It actually did something. What it did was it helped me get things, my thoughts down on paper. And when I'm feeling in a place where like maybe I'm a little low, maybe depression is fighting me or something, I wrote down things in here that helped me. Like here, I'll share one, right? So this was early on, and I wasn't feeling all that great. So I wrote, how do I want to feel instead? And then I wrote how I can make that happen, right? So I said I was going to surround myself with, positive people, listening to soulful music or lo-fi music, like all that kind of stuff. learning how to manage my money better. These were things that I implemented in myself, um, but that I never would have thought of if I didn't start journaling. You know. Oh, and I have some affirmations in here, which is number 2. Affirmations. It's number 2, and look at that. Just brought it right back around. Affirmations, saying who I am. I realized just this past year how powerful I am as a statement is. I am is God. You know what I mean? Like, I am, you're saying whatever you put after that, you're like calling to you. You're calling to the God in you to be those things. So I don't say these every day, but I love when this journal just kind of pops up, like in my book stand or something, and I'm like, oh, I'm feeling frustrated or something, and like it just falls out, and I'm like, wow, let me take a moment and say it. And you know, you should too. Let's take a moment and say it, right? This feels so powerful. I am brave. I am beautiful. I am kind. I am grateful. I am strong. I am love. I just feel so much better just saying those things. I hope you did say it along with me. My third thing, número 3, is learning another language. I have been off and on loving Spanish for all my life almost. Only thing that topped wanting to learn Spanish was wanting to learn Japanese. I've been wanting to learn Japanese since I was like 4. But Spanish is something that has just always been in my life. It's always been a part of how I communicate. And for a really, really, really long time, I fell off. I was not really listening to Spanish music or movies or TV shows or talking. It kind of just fell out my mouth. And one day I was watching Monica Style Muse, and I was like, you know what? I need to get back on my stuff. I need to get back on what I was doing. So I'm back on it. And I dedicated this next year to Spanish. So, you know, every day, like, I'll listen to about 30 minutes of Spanish music, or I'll watch, like, a telenovela episode every day. And then I'm slowly working on taking the subtitles off. So, I can't even express how much the diving into Spanish has helped me, because it might seem like, okay, journaling you can understand for divine feminine, womb healing, you know, you're journaling out your feelings, you're purging yourself of all those feelings. Affirmations, it makes total sense too, you know, you're affirming yourself. You're now, instead of purging with journaling, now you're affirming and welcoming things in. And it sounds like, yeah, that makes perfect sense. But a second language, it has so much to do with womb healing, because it deals with the brain, right? I've been studying the cerebellum for this past week, and it's such a powerful portion of the brain. It's like where your intelligence is stored, where your motor control is stored, but it's like a little brain, right? It's a mini portion of all of this, and it's kind of like the gateway, so to speak. And learning a second language helps your brain. There is actually studies done that were talking about how when you learn a second language, your brain creates new connections. And these new connections are like little mini highways in your brain. And I just thought to myself, wow, I wonder how many new places I can go if I start building some mini highways in my brain. And if I started to massage my cerebellum, which is like a little gate to the rest of my brain with all of the knowledge that I absorb? Can I start to change how I feel about my womb? And just watching Spanish movies or listening to the music has really made me come into connection more with my core, with my deeper self, with my inner self, right? And I can't even express how freaking awesome having a secular language in my life is. And just the amount of new TV shows and movies that I've watched. There's so many movies, especially Venezuelan movies, that have just been helping me. And it's like every time I go on to Netflix and I start looking now, the algorithm is like, girl, you need some femininity content. You need something to show you how you want to decorate your apartment. As a young lady, you want something that's going to help you be more motivated with your feminine power. Watch this telenovela, watch this movie. And it has really opened my eye. It has given me so much information that I need, and it's helped me put a lot of value on my womb. And it was free $99 because I found this book in my garage. So I highly recommend taking up a second language. It doesn't have to be Spanish. I prefer Spanish, but if you have something that's been calling you, watch the TV shows of it. Get a book and like just casually read through it, and allow yourself to be at peace with it. You know, I kind of don't like doing it electronically because it feels like a lot of pressure. I like that I can just sit on my couch and just casually read through this and absorb information about it without feeling very pressured. And I was also talking about the brain, right? So this, speaking of like being able to just sit down and read books. This particular book, I mean, if you want it, great. You don't have to read this book. I'm reading this book. It's just accumulation of stories of people who were able to change their brain, literally. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to change my brain. So I decided to read through these stories, pick out what I wanted to try to implement in my own life, and then kind of leave the rest, like a meat and potatoes type of thing. Meat and bones type of thing? Meat and bones. But I like that the book is written, and I would say if you're like me, to find a book that you can just flop through the chapters, like it doesn't have to be in chronological order. I like that each chapter is like a new story about somebody. I like that every chapter is a new story about somebody, and I can just choose if I want to read their story or not, versus like having to be forced to sit and read through the whole book the way, from cover to cover. Because I like flipping around. I like just being able to pop something open and just read, and then leave it and come back and read a different chapter if I want to. So, books because one, you're learning. Whatever you learn, you're gonna take in. You're gonna take even down to mental and womb healing. But also being able to rest. When you have a book, you want to just sip some tea, read, chill out. Like, you need time to rest. If you are a woman, a womb holder, whatever you want to say, but if you are trying to tap into your divine femininity, to tap into your womb health and cleanse out womb trauma, you have to be able to have time to ponder, right? Purging is great, affirming things in is great, but these two specifically, another language, and just reading like a book, they make you just relax, sit down, and just ponder on things, think things over, relax, and just be at peace with life. We don't always have to be so fast-paced, get up and go, running. sometimes we need activities that make us sit down. You know, the womb is all about power, but it's a lot of rest and reserving yourself as well. So, those are my 4. The 5th one, the fifth and final thing. The 5th and final thing. This may look like nothing, but it's everything. This is my vision binder, right? Okay, so in the little cup, whatever you want to call this thing, in the little thing, I have, oh, my thing. All right, there we go. That's better. In my little thing, I have Muhammad Ali, because, like, going after my goals, I need to be stinging like a bee, floating like a butterfly. You know what I'm saying? I need to be feeling like I'm the prettiest thing in the world. I need to feel like I could beat anybody up. And he has all this energy. So I was like, yeah. Whenever I'm kind of tired, I don't feel like working, I look over my vision binder and I see this and I'm like, let me put another hour in. This is just something that was gifted to me that I just keep because it means a lot to me. So sentimental value as well. But this is my vision binder. I did a binder versus a board because sometimes, like, things change, right? And the goal that I might have for the year might change. And I didn't want to have to, like, try to rip things off my vision binder or vision board or have to, like, hang it up somewhere. I wanted something that was very portable that I could take with me if I needed to, or that I could change things out. So I got these little, like, binder cover things, and I just got some construction paper, and I put the little pictures on there and then just slid them right in there. It sure did. But I made this like 2019, and it's kind of nice. I need to make another one because a lot of this stuff actually ended up coming to pass, but I just keep it open to a random page sometimes and just look at it. Look at them. They're gorgeous. How could you not want to wake up and see such a bedside? You know what I'm saying? So I wrote this out, and it also helped me, like, come up with ideas of what would look nice on me, and et cetera. So I have my little binder, and maybe I'll, like, share. Maybe I'll do, like, a whole binder share with you guys. But this was nice too, being able to be creative, being able to, Mod Podge things together, being able to create something. It's a very divine thing, a very divine feminine thing to do, being able to create. That's what the womb is all about, creating life. You're literally creating life. So being able to tap into that creativity aspect of yourself is very, very helpful when it comes to womb healing and trauma healing as well. So those were just my 5 things that worked for me. Feel free to try them for yourself. And, thanks for staying this whole time. I really appreciate it. If you like a more soft approach, I'm not that loud. This is pretty much going to be the max volume of all of my videos. Please click like, comment or whatever. But, and let me know what book you're reading. What language you're taking up, and give me an affirmation down in the comment section below. What is your favorite affirmation? And until next time, thank you so much for watching.